Hiya, and welcome back to Password, the game that teaches us that Pretty Boy probably shouldn't have a knife. And also his crying sprite makes me feel things that, oh, hiya. And that the crying sprite makes me feel things that, I haven't felt since I played Ad Astra for the first time. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Do not give knives to cats. You shouldn't have to give knives to cats anyways. You shouldn't have to give knives to cats anyways because they have knives in their feet. As the room came into view, I realized that I was in a different position than when I lay down. Carefully, I looked down, seeing Haas's arm draped over me. I did fall asleep with us the other way, right? Me stirring must have started to wake him up as well, his hand rubbing a spot on my chest in small circles, slowly as he cuddled up. I kept my voice low, as to only bother Haas if he was awake. Haas? I didn't realize how loud Haas could yawn, the slight rumble in his throat sounding somewhere in the ballpark of a muted roar. Oh, just checking if you were awake. And now, yeah. Did you sleep well? I made a noise in affirmation, or at least I hoped Haas would interpret it as such, much like I did when I was cuddled up behind him. Haas buried his face into the massive fur on the back of my neck as he stretched. Yay! Round of applause for Damien. Yay! Apparently, he was ready to get up, though, sitting up next to me and prompting me to do the same. Feeling better after yesterday? A little bit? I mean, it's crazy, right? Well, you caught a fair few of us off guard, that's for sure. I looked to the other still asleep. Roswell looked peaceful, spooning a pillow with a broad smile. Seemed as though he'd been drooling a little, too. Orlando was sprawled out on his back, leg twitching every now and again as he mumbled in his sleep. Seemed like everyone was getting a decent rest, at least those in this room. Time to get up. Is it bad that I just want to lounge around for a bit? Why? Something on your mind still? Maybe just, I don't know. The bacon is still my favorite. Not going to join them, Dave? Oh, in a bit? What, sticking around to watch me get changed then? No! No! I'll get going. Hold on there, mister. I stopped mid-turn, giving Haas a look. You doing alright? And I mean that. Are you really doing alright after yesterday? I started speaking without my answer prepared. It was still early enough that I hadn't really processed much beyond my plans to seek out Oz tonight in the right location. You... Oh, I'm fine, I think. So this whole thing with the vault, it's legit? Yeah, that's what I was saying to people. Is it that hard to believe? Dave, listen. Think about it from our perspective. It's a little hard to just believe that's what was going on, right? Even if Orlando claims the same thing, who knows if he's just thinking you saw something too. It's a lot to ask to just have us believe that you can see dead people. Hiya. Well, that's disappointing. Hey now, it's alright. Not saying I won't believe you, just might take some proof. Proof? How am I meant to prove that? It'll be hard for sure. Maybe have someone in the room with you when you mess with it next. Maybe if someone else could verify how it works, confirm that you seeing stuff is, for lack of a better word, normal. What the fuck? My phone? Fucking telegram. I'm gonna hydrate. I cannot get that to pop out. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, my guy. Why is it whenever I screw the thing, whenever I screw the lid shut, fucking Hercules some type bullshit, when I try to open it next, it's like I'm a fucking toddler strength. This drink tastes very pink, because it is pink. Yeah, I was just struggling to open up with something. Normal? Who should I be asking? What does pink taste like? I don't know how to describe it. Pink tastes like not Kirby. Like a fucking bastard love child of raspberry and bubblegum. I think that's what pink tastes like. A love child between raspberry and bubblegum. Y'all know, but hey, maybe make a game of it. See if you can rope someone into your investigation.
The Pink Panther?
No. Not the Pink Panther. Are you volunteering? No. I try not to let it drag it down. If you're legitimately worried about something, grab me and we can talk it through. If what you're feeling is legitimate, that's all that matters to me. I sighed out as Haas made his way over to me. Before I had a chance to react, Haas leaned in and kissed me softly on the cheek, easing away with a sly smile. You'll be alright, promise. Oh god, are we going to break Dean's heart again? I felt my cheeks go red, followed quickly by my laugh shining through. It was an odd combination of nervous and embarrassed, but in a good way. It was different to getting kissed by a parent, that's for sure, but wasn't as intimate as you'd imagine with a boyfriend. Dragon, are you good? Like, are you okay? Thanks. Now go on, I want to get changed. Oh, right, see you at breakfast? Sounds good to me. I left Haas to go back to my room, changing into a fresh set of clothes before heading on downstairs for breakfast. Last time I saw Roadkill, I almost had a panic attack. Why is it that I can handle cartoon violence? We're gonna help him. Wait. Yeah, we're gonna help him out. Yeah, that's a little worrying. It is a little worrying. Oh god, we gotta lie. We gotta lie to him. Oh, he's gonna press us for information. We're just fucking speed running. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. But Dragon, are you good? Like, are you good? Obviously, Pretty Boy and Durg. Because I am actually starting to get a little concerned. You said you were going to give him a shot, right, Haas? That's right. Wait, really? Sure, good nerd, right? Feel like he and I might have a couple of things in common. Gee, guess I better give it a thought too. Gonna ask, Pretty Boy. Are you wanting some more advice for your fur? You can get you some more of that stuff you like if you want. Or if you want something that had a different scent, I'm sure I could maybe figure something out. Oh, no, not that. Well, maybe that too, but maybe later. Alright. What's on your mind? Fucking Pretty Boy. Give us the secrets of the world, Pretty Boy. I was worried, though. My partner for the scavenger hunt knew this house better than, well, anyone else here, it seemed. What's going on? Fucking Creative Cloud. If he had been here before, what other secrets did he know? Was him knowing about the house meaning he was the one behind what was going on? I rubbed my forehead, frustrated. That couldn't be it. After all, I'd seen him die. What could it mean? Why would someone kill Haas? Ugh, this doesn't make any sense. Pretty Boy! We need comfort. Who even is the Pretty Boy? This is the Pretty Boy. He is Pretty Boy. And about me? Oh. He's the prettiest boy. Haas eased my chin up to look him in the eye. Yeah, Haas already died. We were already past that. Setting his phone down on the desk next to me. That same hand slid up to cup my cheek, rubbing softly with his thumb. I gulped, my heart starting to race as he eased himself closer. Haas. Yeah? I, um, can I, share another secret with you? Ah! Yes! Just yes! Ah! Why is all the yin kisses so fucking wholesome? Hooray for the gays! I nodded slowly as Haas edged closer still. I could feel the heat of his breath on my nose as he got closer, closing my eyes to brace for what I felt was about to happen. He pressed his muzzle to mine, gently, soft enough that despite expecting myself to flinch from the contact, I just stood very still. It felt nice, and I brought one hand up to rest on his chest. Nice. He leaned in more, dipping me back and parting my mouth with his tongue. Not in any crude or overly lusty way. Every motion he made was careful, delicate, almost as if he was savoring this moment. But before I could really do much else, he pulled away just as slowly as he'd pressed in, sighing out softly. I opened my eyes again, looking at Haas, who seemed to be in a daze. That, uh, yeah. So, yeah? Yeah. I blinked, not fully comprehending what had just happened between us. I liked it, sure, but in my adult state, I wasn't too sure what it meant. That was some secret. Haas dipped in quickly, picking up his phone and tapping it against an open palm, thoughtful. Troubled about something from how his brow was furrowed. I blinked, having missed something, looking at him with a level of concern. Did you want to talk about it? You look like you want to talk about it, whatever it is. My parents. Your parents? Yeah. I blinked, eyes darting around quickly before settling back on Haas. They don't know about, well, they couldn't know about us, that just happened, no one else knows. I told you yesterday morning, right? That I'm bi? Well, yeah, I'm gay, is that a problem? Liking guys isn't exactly something that's considered a good role model for younger siblings. At least I think so. Don't know what my parents would think either, given how much my mom wants grandkids and Dad asks if I found a girlfriend yet every time we talk. Uh, oh! Again, more silence as I let the sentiment sink in. So, secrets. The one I can keep others from finding out about or that might make them think less of me. Or even the ones that just feel special to me. I'd rather them stay secret. That put me in an awkward position given what had just transpired. He wanted to share a secret with me and then just, well, kissed me. Was it the kiss that was the secret? The reason he kissed me the secret? So, what did you want me to do regarding, well... Haas hiccuped, desperately wiping his face when I went to look at him next. I placed a hand on him, trying to reassure him in some way that things would be alright. The downside of which was all I had was a hope they'd turn out that way. I'll be okay, just, give me a minute. I watched him carefully as he closed his eyes for a few seconds, breathing in deep before groaning into his hands. After that, he seemed recomposed, or enough to keep talking. Ugh, sorry. It's okay. I mean, I don't really get it, but... Which but? Well, if you're bi, then I don't understand the problem. You could still get a girlfriend, or if you didn't, you could adopt.
Does anyone use Spotify? If so, Spotify did this Wrapped for 2023 in the top 5 songs and top 5 artists. What was your top 5 artists and top 5 songs of the year?
Funny thing, I don't use Spotify. Hiya. I use Apple Music and SoundCloud. Apple Music is just It's just built into my phone because I don't use Android. Fuck. But no. Plus I actually hate Spotify because of how they handle their free shit. Because like I am very particular about my music. I like to listen to very specific shit. Spotify, they're like, you like this song? Then you might want to listen to this. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking listen to that. And, oh my god, thank you. And I'm just sitting there, or standing, or walking there thinking, well, now my fucking day is ruined. Or at least my next 3 minutes are fucking ruined because I don't want to fucking listen to that song. And then I develop a deep fucking hatred for that specific song because I wanted to listen to this song and they're like, no, you gotta listen to this song. And I get so pissed off. It's like if I click on a song, I want to listen to that song. I want to listen to that specific song, not songs that are like it. I didn't expect Haas to chuckle at that, but it seemed it was enough to lift his spirits. I know, it's dumb, it's a little more complicated than that, but... Haas sighed out, gesturing dismissively again. Oh, I know something that might help. Alright, lay it on me. So, apparently it's common in hyenas, or common enough that Dad was ready to have that talk. You know, that gay couples can adopt and that they can still be good parents? Oh, I see. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it shouldn't matter. You're right, but it's, more complicated than that. I appreciate it, though. Haas clapped me on the shoulders before bringing me in for a quick hug. Thanks, Dave. But between you and me, keep this whole thing a secret for me. Please? Yes, we'll keep it a secret for you, pretty boy. In the dark, my eyes glanced down to his spare hand, hanging by his side. Ah! Do we want to hold the pretty boy's hand or follow quietly? This is the moment we've always dreamed of. The pretty boy! My hesitation caused Haas to look back at me briefly with a curious smile, waiting for me to do whatever it was that I was waiting for. Carefully, I reached out to his hand, brushing and making him flinch away, only briefly before his hand closed gently around mine. Haas squeezed my hand back, leading me out of the library. So, what happens now? What do you mean? Did you, want to do anything? Still got a while before dinner, at least. Just kiss again, goddammit. Have any ideas in mind? Anime. You know, I'd be happy with anime, or if you wanted to go hang by the pool, I'm easy. Well, how about we go find something to watch? I'll even let you pick. Really? Doesn't even need to be anime, but if you're not sure, I could always... No, I got it. Let's go. Haas and I spent the rest of the afternoon watching anime. Something about alien clothing? I enjoyed how flashy it was, and Haas seemed to have a smile plastered on his face, even to the point where I caught him stealing glances at me throughout the episode. Hi, Baconator. Sorry, double bacon cheeseburger. Deluxe. I saw Haas stabbed in the shower, I think. I scratched my head trying to remember more to be helpful, finding the recollection somewhat painful. Especially with him kissing me this afternoon. How I was feeling was quickly becoming more and more muddled between being more invested than I should be, when I was trying to be helpful. In the gym, yeah. What let you see that? I put the word heroism into the keypad. Alright. Time to ask Oswin questions. One of the words on there was discovery. It can't just be a coincidence, right? Perhaps, but I supplied no one with a note of words. Like I said, I've only programmed in 2 words. Mothika, Neone, Bessamorph, Hollywood Undead, and Aviva. Gonna ask him all sorts of questions. You know what? I'm gonna ask him pizza. You bastard. Tyson and a magical... in an anime magical girl outfit. Yes! No, not the pizza box, although thanks for reminding me. What is the powerhouse of the cell? No, because like, okay, okay. The mitochondria is the of the cell. For shame. No, because like here's the thing. Here's the thing. We should be taking this seriously. This is a very tense scene. Talk about drugs, okay. Drugs. Do you smoke the good shit? Ah, you bastard. Fake. Okay, speech dreams. Wait a minute. Can I type in emojis? Can I type in Son of a bitch! I can type in emojis! I can fucking type in emojis. Like, damn! You can't see them, but I can type them in. Okay. Your nose is pokeable. Yeah, we're just gonna shut the hell up. Oh shit! Oh shit! Let me just ask that. Your wife. No, he doesn't like that. Was he? I mean, Roswell is his kid. I barely heard it too, thinking I'd just imagined it through closed eyes until I could smell him. That and the beverage he was carrying. Grumbling, I cuddled into my pillow tighter, curling up in defiance of what he'd brought me. Oh, good, you're awake. I opened my eyes to look at him in a half scowl, awake but barely. I brought you some tea. My eyes dipped to the cup in his hand, then back up to his face. But coffee. But coffee, nothing. With the dependency you have on it, this'll do you some good. But I want my coffee, not leaf juice. I'm going to chuck your reaction to withdrawals given you probably also had a rough night. Now that caught my attention, and I looked him over wondering if he knew more than he let on. Florencia is his sister! Florencia is his sister! What?! You have no idea how late it is, do you? How late is it? Late enough, closer to lunchtime than... His adopted mom? I think she's more... I think she's actually his aunt? Late enough, closer to lunchtime than breakfast, that's for sure. Really? Why didn't anyone wake me? We considered it, but well, all things considered, we assumed you might just want to sleep in. Oh. Wow. Haas held out the cup of tea towards me and I frowned, taking it from him carefully and pouting towards the contents of the cup. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. I could drink tea, but first thing in the morning? Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Water is better for you first thing when you wake up anyway. That is closer to that. But coffee has water. And also a bunch of other things that make it not as good of an option still. Everything alright? I went to reply, opting to just sigh out instead. I was almost certain Haas didn't know about what had happened, or at least the specifics. Would have just filled him in now if I felt up for it, especially after yesterday. I had a rough night. Okay, well... Haas scratched his head through his mane, looking genuinely uncertain as to what to say next. What's wrong? I'm not sure if you want me to offer an ear to let you vent, or if you want to talk about it at all. I do want to do something to help. He gulped, taking his eyes away from me for a second before turning to them. Look, maybe I'm more invested now or something, I don't know. He sat on the bed, keeping his eyes trained on the ground for a bit, sneaking a sideward glance at me. I took another sip of the tea, grimacing before putting it down. If I'm being honest, I don't think there's really anything to fix this problem. But what's the problem, assuming you want to talk about it? I shook my head, looking at him with a weak smile. I'm just missing someone very important, that's all. Amethyst, are you able to do something about it? Or could you just, delete that message without, putting Dragon into timeout? I'm just missing someone very important, that's all. Oh, well... Haas pulled out his phone, seemingly out of reflex, before freezing. His eyes flicked down to his phone, then to me, before sliding it back into his pocket. I'm sorry. Don't be, it's just something that happens sometimes. Well, if you're sure, but... Haas looked over to the door before messing with his hands, shooting me a coy smile. So yesterday when we... I gulped, my cheeks feeling hot as I recalled. Yeah? I hope you... He shook his head quickly, letting out a sigh. What I mean to say is that I enjoyed that a lot, and I hope you did too. Oh. I chuckled, nervous, looking away. To be honest, I just don't know what to make of us now. It's a little confusing, really. Confusing? I suppose that makes sense. But for my first kiss, yeah, I liked it. I chuckled again as Haas played with his mane, seemingly feeling somewhat similar. Your first, huh? He sidled in closer, joining me on the bed and laying me back. With his arms hooked under mine, he pulled me close so we were chest to chest. I closed my eyes as I hugged him around the neck. His mane was soft and smelled nice. Despite laying on my front, he was supporting his weight on his arms and knees. With the covers between us too, there was enough covering that I was quite comfortable. There was something to this, being held the way Haas was hugging me. It was intimate without being raunchy. A big leap from what I was used to from Dean. But even after spending a lot of time cuddled up to Orlando, and to a lesser extent Tyson, there was something different here. I must have dozed off, as next thing I knew the weight atop me had shifted enough to rouse me back to reality. Feeling better? You dozed off there for a bit. Wait, I really did fall asleep? How long was I out for? Only a couple of minutes. But I'm glad. You seem more perky. Want me to stick around any longer? I shook my head. No thanks. I think what I need to do now is to get dressed and go for a walk. A walk, huh? Well, whenever you get back from your walk or want an ear to listen to your troubles, just let me know, alright? Okay. Thanks. Haas got up from the bed and left the room without looking back. In combination with what happened yesterday and everything about him being less fake, I was just confused. Did Haas? More importantly, did I? I shook my head, getting up and getting ready for my day. There was no point dwelling it on it right now anyway. Okay, hi Benson. They're wizards probably. Oh no! You're a wizard, Harry. Or at least I would have if I wasn't caught off immediately after being asked. He's coming with us. Wait, I am? Yep, if only for a little while. But why? But why? Wait. But why? If I'm gonna get put through a cartoon, I'm putting Dave through it too. and I'm going to need the assist in convincing you it's a good show. Well, I'm not doing anything until I've had coffee and a sandwich or just something to eat for lunch. Seems fair. There's room for one more. Maybe I'll check out what this cartoon is about too. We're just gonna apologize again. At this point, we're speed running. Thinking back to the other night, I remembered how comfortable Haas was to lay next to. If we were going to be settled in for multiple episodes of anime, sharing a beanbag might not be a bad idea. Who are we sitting next to? Pretty Boy? Freddy Fazbear? Or, hang on, I gotta come up with a funny name for Tyson. Yeah, Pretty Boy. I wasn't sure it was going to please Dean, but Ty wouldn't mind, right? But Ty wouldn't mind, right? Beanbags! You want to share one with me? I don't mind. If you were planning that, at least you had the decency to bring him his own. If he shut you down. Of course, I don't want to force any decisions on him. Good, because he's sitting with me anyway. Wait, what? Yeah, well, he say it. Since when? And if he is, why did you bring a spare too? I wasn't being serious. Offers here if you want it, pup. Same here. Thanks, really, but I was actually planning on sitting with Haas. What? Seriously? Yeah, why not? Nothing. Well, suppose it makes sense. We're watching one of those cartoons he knows about, right? Could have spoken up sooner so we didn't have to lug a spare over, though. No spare map needed. No telling if Haas is going to let you share anyway. What's the spare for? What am I sharing? Oh, they were offering for me to sit with them on their beanbag. Oh, really now? What's with the tone? I expected this from Dean with them being pretty buddy-buddy, but what's your stake in it? The shock on their face. I know. We're close enough. Fuck off. Oh, well, in that case, you can absolutely sit with me, Dave. Whoa, really? Sure. I have ground to make up, it seems. Ground to make up? Stop getting the wrong idea. And you, stop antagonizing the bear. Tyson jabbed Haas in the chest with a finger, causing him to throw his hands up a lot more dramatically than he should if he was genuine. Squeezing into the space between them, I pried Tyson away. They're so jelly, they are. Ty, be nice. Please? Fine. He then dropped into the closest beanbag with Dean sitting down carefully into one of his own. I can't stop thinking about, like, Tyson and Dean just start hugging because of the sadness. Haas wandered over to the lights, flicking them off before sitting down in a third beanbag and taking up most of the space. Come on then, let me rub your shoulders while the other two get an education. I felt myself go red beneath my fur, hidden only because of the dark of the room. Still, I eased myself down, and once I was comfortable, Haas started to knead my shoulders, neck, and head. Well, not that much watching was really happening on my side of things. Haas's hands were like magic, and every now and again I sighed out happy. Still, if we were going to watch anime, I would have picked something different. Dean seemed distracted, but he hadn't made a move to leave the room just yet. Maybe he was willing to sit through it as much as it seemed he wasn't enjoying it? Dean got up, stretching out his arms. Did you want some company? Part of me worried about Dean being by himself, fearing something could happen. I couldn't ask out of you, given how comfy you look. Besides, some quality me time never hurts. Well, if you're sure, welcome to try and find something else if you did want to stay, though. Yeah, what he said. How about we just watch something I pick next time? Done deal. Alright, well, you have fun, and I'll see you a lot later. So, what now? I can put on the next episode if you want. Sure. You know, I didn't think you liked anime, Ty. Ha! I've seen 2 episodes. Give me a break. 2 of many to come, buddy. Buddy? Sure, why not? I don't... Ty looked to me, then back to Haas. What, you gonna say that I'm just a nuisance instead? I could see the cogs turning in his head, unsure of what to say. Ty? I don't know. Not used to it. Really? Outside Dave don't really do the friends thing. Why's that? People suck. Except Dave. Well, we're going to have to change that. Can't you have you being a lone wolf your whole life? And anime is great at bringing people together. Except Dean. Well, okay, maybe it's not a perfect record, but still. Oh no. What? Haas, you're not going to claim that you have the power of anime on your side, are you? Well, no, but I do. I'm not going to regret sitting through more of this, am I? Hey, you were hardly just sitting through it. You were liking it, right? It totally was. Just shut up and put the next episode on. Oh, hi, Which one is that? Oh, are you angry? Are you angry? Hi, it's been a while. Oh, you're not angry? Okay. What the fuck was that? Snapchat. Oh, you're just rising from the dead, okay. Despite Ty's attitude, he had a good enough time, I think. After the next episode, he started to get more chatty and asked Haas stuff about the show. Not that I was really paying attention, Haas kept massaging my scalp as he talked to Ty and it felt good. After each episode, there'd be a few minutes to talk about stuff, but I mostly just kept quiet to let the other two have at it. Now sit down, found this under your bed. You know what? Do you play dress up from time to time? Well, that's it. What? That's it. For part 1 at least. Oh, so there are more parts? Of course! Oh, good. What, you thought that'd be the end of the story? No. Ty just wants more is all. So you're a fan of the anime too now, Tyson? Ugh. What's wrong, Ty? Nothing, just didn't realize this is what you like to watch. Probably would have let you pick more if that was the case. Oh no, if you got Dave to pick, you'd be in a very different position. His tastes are... well... Hey, what I like is fine. Sure, might not be the same as that, but... Haas waved me off, rolling his eyes before addressing Tyson with a tone of curiosity. Overall, what'd you think? I'd watch more. No, that is not mine. That's Dave's when he and Dean went out as magical girls one time. Though you might like it, it gets better as far as the punching goes, but always good to start at the beginning. Yeah, I like the drive of that guy who became a vampire. That was hardcore. Of course you'd like him. He's not even the protagonist. He should be. He's cool. And here you thought road rollers were lame. What? Don't tell me. Yeah, but I guess we'll just have to see how that plays out. Fine, whatever. So, when are we watching the next part? Eager much? Shut it. You can if you want to. Well, not tonight. It's more than just 9 episodes, so if you want to binge it, probably best we save it for another day. Oh, well, what should we do now? Dunno. Any ideas? Oh, I had one, but that's more a Dave and me thing. What do you mean? Nothing bad, promise. Well, don't let me stop you. No, we can do something as a group, just let me think a minute. Pup. Yeah? Stay out of trouble. I'm gonna go for a walk of my own. So I'll see you guys at dinner. Tyson pushed himself up out of his beanbag and stretched, joints popping as he did so. I forget that I have fucking side loading of Sileo set up. Tyson pushed himself up out of his beanbag and stretched, joints popping as he did so. Oh, and Haas? Thanks. I watched Ty leave before I turned my back to Haas, who was stroking his mane. Another successful conversion! Who, Tyson? Yep, didn't think it'd be that into the first part. People find it a bit odd given how it develops later. I suppose it helps that you didn't taint his impression by showing him what you watch. What about the Discord? I flipped around, sitting back on my ankles to give Haas a look. There's nothing wrong with what I watch. Uh-huh, and I'm a beaver. What's that supposed to mean? Look. You're sweet, but when it comes to anime, it's probably better you leave it to me to pick out what others might like. What if I want to show what I like? And by all means, but you really think Tyson would like what you watch? Well, I grumbled, finding myself having to concede the point. Nothing wrong with what you like, nothing wrong with what I like, but Tyson's allowed to like what he likes too, right? Of course he is. Good. I moved to my own beanbag, sighing out. So, what was that idea you had for something we could do? Oh, that's an easy one. I was going to teach you to lie. I narrowed my eyes at him, pouting. Lying's bad, Hoss. I thought you'd say that, but especially after yesterday, I think it's best that we get your tails under control at the very least. Why would I need that skill? Let's test, shall we? Say, Dave, what's it like kissing Hoss? My cheeks immediately felt hot, and the corner of my eyes twitched upwards into a dopey smile. Uh-huh. No, wait, but I didn't say anything! Alright, that's true, but your face told me everything I needed to know anyway. Even if you were to say that you hadn't, that smile tells me not only that it happened, that you liked it. Which is extremely flattering, by the way. I huffed, crossing my arms tight across my chest. Well, alright. What are we going to do about it? We're going to break it down to a few things, and maybe we'll go find someone you can practice on. I can't practice on you! Unless you're talking about practicing your kissing, I'm not a good partner for this when you're so obvious. But how will you know what I say is a lie? You don't know everything about me. Well, that's true. Does that mean you're going to tell me all of your secrets now, or what? I already managed to get out of you what sort of guys you like. Hey, yeah. You never told me what sort of guys you like. This isn't about me. Now that's just not fair. I thought that'd be pretty clear based on what happened in the library yesterday. I felt my cheeks tingle and I couldn't help but chuckle to myself thinking back. I was meaning to ask about that. What do you mean? Well, I suppose I just don't know where that puts us. Oh, that. I don't know either, really. You're cute. If things were different, I'd consider asking you out. Different how? You know how. Plus, you already have someone else vying for your attention, not going to step in the way there unless you say otherwise. Really? Bit of a jerk move if you and Dean are trying to date and I swoop in and take it from myself. So unless you decide that you're not interested in Dean and speak up, I'm not even going to consider anything beyond something casual. So like, friends with benefits? I feel like I'd be meeting expectations if I were to say yes to that. Besides, I think that's going a bit far for you, isn't it? Probably. I haven't fooled around with anyone before. Right. That right there. There, you're telling the truth. Why would I lie about that? You tell me, for all I know, you could just be trying to impress me. Hey, I can impress you for sure. But, yeah, just you watch. I wasn't sure what had done it, but Haas was stunned, looking me over. It was only for a few moments before he started laughing, wiping his eyes. Okay, maybe you are good at lying. I wasn't lying! What, and if I called your bluff right now to see if you could impress me with a blowjob, would you? See? That's evil. Haas, you're evil. Well, we're getting off track again. I was teaching you to lie, right? Turns out you might be better at it than I thought. What makes you say that? Well, a good lie is made up of a few things. The rest is just being body language. The main few things being simplicity, singularity, and safe. The look I was giving him hopefully was one of me understanding, but so far those were just words that sounded cool but didn't mean much. Alright, let me explain. You want your lies to be simple. If you start going into all the details, you're going to find it hard to keep track of everything you've said. So, like what though? Like how I had some toast and an apple for breakfast. Oh! But I didn't. Oh. That was also the second thing too. Notice how my lie didn't involve anyone else? But didn't you eat breakfast with everyone else? And that's the third! I got the first two, but you picked out that my lie wasn't safe. A safe lie is one that's seated in truth, and typically that there's someone there to corroborate at least part of it. But if Orlando saw you at breakfast and saw you eating a banana, would that be so bad? Not for something about breakfast, at least, but then you'd be asking yourself why I lied in the first place. Having suspicion placed on you is the last thing you want if you're trying to get away with a lie. Lag? Fuck. Oh, okay. In fact, an advanced trick is to offer the information first. You're less likely to have someone question you if you're freely giving them information that's at least a bit plausible. Huh. It made me think back to every interaction now, wondering if there were any lies I just hadn't noticed. Another thing to keep in mind is to watch someone's hand. Someone lying is more likely to touch their face. I tell the truth, and I'm very movement with my hands whenever I talk. I like to move while I speak. And sometimes that moving involves touching my face, and I'll be touching my face while telling the fucking truth. So, yeah. Face. What should I do then? Keep my hands in my pockets? Because if I do that every time I'm going to lie, then that's just going to make it obvious, right? Bingo! Well, you shouldn't be lying unless it's necessary, but sometimes it is, and it's better that you don't get found out when you do. I nodded slowly. So, if that's the case, can I ask you something, Haas? Joe, what's up? I've been confused about this for a while, but did you like me? As more than a friend. I watched as Haas's eyes darted down. He looked me in the eye before messing with his mane, a slight smile on his face. And if I do? That's not an answer! I was certain that Haas was messing with me now. He just told me about touching your face as a tell, so now I wasn't sure if he was doing it on purpose or not. Hey, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's not all that important, not yet anyway. Why? Do you like me in that way? It's not necessarily a lie if you don't talk. Wait, no, that's lying by omission. By omitting. By omission. I frowned, almost copying what Haas did before speaking. And if I do? Then I probably have to tell Dean that you're no longer available for dating, at least until I get a shot at it. Wait, really? Sure, if you're interested, why not? Unless I'm lying. I groaned, burying my face in my hands. Why teach me to lie anyway? It's a good skill to have under your belt, both to keep secrets and also to know when someone else is lying to you. Gonna take some practice, but it should keep you safe. You see that like I'm in danger, Haas? What? And you wanting to know about the library and you're freaking out about a gun isn't enough cause to worry about? Whether you're aware of it or not, you're breaking and could do with just something to keep us safer, just in case one of us isn't around. You say I'm breaking, but well, just if people don't sleep in and then go for a walk by themselves with droopy ears, Dave. I mean it though, if you want to talk, I'll listen. I know. Thanks, Haas. But not now. I want to keep my mind off it for a little bit longer. So, could we do something to pass the time until dinner? Like what? Anything, really. We could join the others for a board game. I'd say take a nap, but I'm not all that tired. What about if I brush you while we watch a movie or something? I could feel my ears stand upright at the prospect of a brushing. That works! Alright, you pick something out and I'll be back with some stuff. Don't you just need a brush? I have one of those in my room, I think. How much you seem to like the fur balm I let you smell, I figured I can get some more of that if you wanted. I cooed at the prospect, nodding eagerly. Yeah! Alright, you find something to watch and I'll be right back. Time to put on the Great British Baking Show. It didn't take me long to pick something out to watch. And no sooner had I finished getting it ready to play did Haas return with brush in hand. To be honest, I didn't pay much attention to the movie I put on, but it was nice to just relax and not have to worry about anything going on, if only for a little bit. Hey, don't diss the Great British Baking Show. That shit's epic. Don't diss it. I looked quickly across to Haas and away again before he noticed. He was going to be the one I needed to be careful about. He hadn't called me on it once, so maybe I'd be in the clear if it came up again. The Great British Baking Show. It's a show on Netflix. It's great. Because it's the British Baking Show. I was halfway up the stairs before heading to bed. I looked behind me and sure enough there was Haas still standing at the bottom. Considering it, I'm beat. Still relaxed from the brushing I gave you? Oh, well, that helped for sure. Well, I know what you're up to today, but I can't say you're all that busy. Oh, hey, it just refreshed. I wandered back down to the stairs and to stand in front of Haas, scratching my head. It was exhausting still. Not physically, but, mentally, emotionally. First one, then the other, right? Well, alright then. Don't worry about it. You could probably do it the rest. Did you need me for something? I mean it. Don't worry about it. You go get some rest. I gave him a look, but his smile was unflinching. Part of me wondered if this was another test, and I felt it wouldn't hurt to call him out on it just in case. What's wrong? He wasn't touching his face, and he was keeping eye contact, so I felt that he was being genuine about not wanting me to worry about whatever it was he raised. Was this even how lying worked on a deeper level? I'm not lying. Or am I? My eyes went wide, stunned at how transparent I must have been for him to know where my mind was at. Go to bed, Dave. I'll see you later. I hesitated, but ultimately turned away, hitting the halfway mark again before looking down the stairs to see if Haas was still there. He wasn't. He just waved me off before he wandered away towards the kitchen again. I grumbled to myself once I had the door to my room closed. Why was Haas so hard to figure out? Part of me wanted for it to be like the old days where he just rant about anime for a while and then go fix his main. That was what I was used to. At the same time, it was nice seeing this more affectionate side of him. Maybe I was just used to it with Tyson or Dean, but throwing Haas into the mix too was fine. I jumped in the shower, thinking the hot water would do me some good. If anything, it just made myself think things over more. I liked Haas, but did I like him in that way? I grimaced, considering how he kissed me, half wanting him to do it again. Sighing out, I rinsed myself and started getting dry. First a quick shake before grabbing the towel, then onto the blow dryer. Maybe it was just heat that was doing it. The longer I felt exposed to the comforting warmth, the more I had to fight back my yawns. Thoroughly clean, I changed into some sleeping shorts and collapsed onto my bed, laying on my back and grabbing my phone. I kept it plugged in though. No way I was going to let it run flat on me again. 5 minutes into playing some games, I heard a knock on my door. Come in! Haas opened the door and entered soon after, closing the door behind him. Oh, Haas, what's up? Just checking in. I looked to the 2 mugs he had in his hands, confused. With 2 mugs? Figured you could do something to help you sleep or relax a little. It's not tea, is it? Yeah. Just aggression. It's not tea, is it? Haas wandered a little bit closer, and I sat up quickly as the scent hit my nose. Milky and sweet with those bitter tones that were all too familiar. No, it's cocoa. Hot chocolate. Yep. Consider it a peace offering given what I gave you this morning. Come on, please. He handed over one of the mugs and I took it eagerly, looking down at the frothy liquid. What'd you bribe Orlando with to make this? I was in the middle of counting how many marshmallows I had when Haas replied, a sly grin on his face. Absolutely nothing. I made this myself. Whoa, really? Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence, Dave. I'm able to do stuff in the kitchen, too. Might not be a gourmand like Orlando, but I'm more than capable of putting a meal together, and I've plenty of practice of making hot chocolate. He took a sip from the mug he was carrying and sat down on the bed, looking between me and the mug I held. Chocolate milk, the drink of the gods, right? Now, so I got the impression that you liked it less on the sweeter side given how much you like coffee. I had Roswell telling me that the correct ratio of marshmallows was 10 and then start counting from there. 10? Well, I guess that's on brand for Roswell, at least given his sweet tooth. Right? Not that I mind, but why the peace offering in the first place? Did you do something wrong? Well, no, but you've had a rough time of things from what I gather. Plus, hot milk before bed sometimes helps me and my siblings sleep. I'm guessing that's where you got your practice in? Part of me wanted to ask him if the cats and milk thing rang true here, but instead I opted to just drink from the mug to keep my mouth busy. Right. Besides, believe it or not, I'm still trying to, be less fake. What do you mean, is bringing me drinks less fake? I remember you brought us all that fancy drink one time that had a little marble in it. That was different. Oh, and then the drinks you got us that had the little jelly things inside. That was also different. I do more than bring you things to drink. I just thought you guys would like to try something different. Thankfully, Orlando had my back there. Then what? Now first, let's stack what you mean by fake. What I understood from that was that you wanted me to be less who I felt I needed to be. I know they are. And more who I am, right? Right. Like, it feels like it's all an act just so you can be popular. Not too wrong, I suppose. I wouldn't say popular so much as just wanting to be liked. I gave him a look, not convinced. That kind of implies that you're a jerk, Hoss, but I don't think you're that bad, even if you're a good actor. Think I'm a good actor? Well, you practice enough at least, but still, I don't think you should be trying too hard to be someone likable. Just be you. The way I see it anyway is that you must get tired being someone else all the time. And if people like you for the wrong reasons, isn't that bad? It makes sense, begs the question why you know that. It's come up a couple of times, especially with Roswell and Orlando coming from families with a lot of money. More than what my parents made anyway. So they thought you were just friends with them to get money? I nodded meekly. It wasn't the truth. I enjoyed spending time around them, and I didn't know how wealthy either of them were before we'd been hanging out for a while. In retrospect, it made sense given what they brought for lunch or what presents they got for their birthdays, but I didn't really think anything of it. What about you? Is this where I find out I'm the only one in the anime club that didn't have a wealthy upbringing? No, my parents weren't wealthy. Sure, we won the lottery once, but it wasn't first place. Oh, so second place? Try maybe 8th. As far as being less fake, I guess I'm just treating you like I would one of my siblings. But the kiss. What about it? You kiss your siblings? Now I can do with you, mostly just on the forehead. I nodded slowly, wearing a broad grin. Well, that's nice to know. But that it wouldn't be a good idea to take me at my word, you know. You'd always just be lying to you still. Why would you say that? Because it's the truth, I could be lying. No, I mean, why would you cast suspicion on yourself like that? Why would you raise that now, especially when I'm as tired as I am? Maybe as a reminder to just stay safe. Maybe as a hint. Maybe. Maybe what? Haas placed a hand over the top of my mug, easing it down and out of the way. He didn't answer even as he edged in forward, pressing his muzzle against mine to kiss me again. Just like he did in the library, but he didn't hold me this time. I gasped as he played with my tongue, deepening the kiss just a little bit more. Then he pulled away soon after, leaving me in a stupor as I breathed out with a happy sigh. Haas drummed his fingers against his mug, looking at me with a satisfied smile, watching as I composed myself. I'm gonna stop a bit for the ad. Stretch. YouTube, I can say fuck if I want. I say fuck, because this is not child-friendly content. If you take anything away from this, take that I trust you, Dave. Whether or not you trust me or trust that me trusting you is the truth doesn't matter. I blinked, a little lost. I feel like I should keep shooting myself in the foot. Wait, no. I feel like I keep shooting myself in the foot. No, I think I get it. And good, well, finish up your cocoa and I'll let you get some sleep. Haas? Yes? Part of me wanted him to stay. The other part, though, was unsure if that was a good idea. It was a question of whether I trusted him, right? Or was it just inappropriate to ask him to share a bed given everything that was going on? Which one? Or... We're actually going to leave off here tonight. Cliffhanger. Fucking right! Anyways, got something new that I think you might like. I don't know yet. Anyways, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.